Do you want to make a successful REDSTONE contraption? Then this is a video for you. Follow along these 11 steps and you'll have a successful one in no time. And if I miss anything, put it down in the comments, let everyone know, we'll all be grateful. But anyways, let's start with the video. Hello fellow school-going gamers, my name is Vardhan and these are the 11 steps you need to follow to make a successful REDSTONE contraptions. Now these are not necessary to follow, you can go around them in any way, shape or form you like, depending on the way you REDSTONE. But if you follow these ones, you'll definitely have a successful one. Now this will be an example contraption. Now this is the loop-de-loop door that I made in my door pranks video. You can have that one linked on the top right hand corner of your screen right now. But anyways, so the first thing you need to do is know what you're gonna build. Now when I started with this one, I wanted to build a prank which is resettable, which does not break the door and you don't need to look after it. So I wanted to build a loop-de-loop door. So my idea was, there will be a door and then what you do is you just go to the door and then you fall into a pit and then you just go down there and come up right in front of the door again, the place where you started. And that was the idea behind it. So yeah, that is the first step. Know what you're going to build. So after you know what you're going to build, you're going to need a plan. Like every successful thing, failing to plan is like planning to fail. Always remember that. So yeah, this is your plan right here. What I was thinking is, so for these two blocks to be removed and this one to be removed, what I needed were trapdoors. Now I need a trapdoor so that we can retract these two blocks out of the way. And then what I need to do, I was going to need myself to be pushed across the surface and then bounce back up, and then a trapdoor closes beneath me. So I made an order. I walk into the door, trapdoor puts me like down below in a tunnel or something, and then a slime block pushes me across, and then another slime block tosses me up, and then the trapdoor in front of the door closes. Now this was my plan. I wrote it down. I made like a series, a chain, and then I knew what I had to do. Now this makes your life easy ahead. So yeah, make sure you do this. It saves you a lot of time. Now after you're done planning your build, you start making each component. So I started out with making this trapdoor, then I made this one, and then I just joined it to my input here, and then yeah, that's all I need to do. So you make each component first. So I made this, and then I made this part, and then I connected it up to this one. So this is totally like one part. So there are like basic three components here, this one, and the bottom circuit here. So yeah, make each component and try them out separately, so that if you just make all of them together and something messes up, you don't know what you messed up. So yeah, make everything and then you just try them individually. Now I am facing you, looking into you, because this next thing is really important. All of the REDSTONE nerds you watch probably do this. Color code each circuit. So all of my trapdoors are green here. My input line is red. The line that connects this trapdoor to my push circuit is yellow. My timing circuit or the closing circuit is magenta here. Yeah, and my pushing along and tossing up circuit is light blue. So yeah, if you color code everything, you'll definitely know what is going on. And when you look back at it, you can easily understand which component goes where and what lines connects which thing and what each component does. And look, I built this like a couple of days ago, like 3-4 days, and I still remember what everything does, because I just easily color coded it, and you can just look at it and know what each individual component. And yeah, that's what the color coding is. It's really important. Do it. Just don't think about it. Just do it. It is really going to save you time. Now this one, I don't see a lot of people following it. People don't say it as often, but just make each component separately. So I could have just easily put some REDSTONE there and REDSTONE there, but then what happens is all of these components are connected together. So what I did is I just added a few repeaters here, and now this component here, this trapdoor of this 2x1 trapdoor here, is its component on its own. So no matter what I do, regardless of what I do any of these other things, this will always be one. You can't trigger it otherwise. The only way you can trigger it is if you trigger this line or this line. Yeah, so basically, if you separate everything, it just makes your life a whole lot easier, because if I had connected these together, then I had to time this perfectly and this perfectly together. So yeah, make all of them separately. Again, this saved me a bunch of time. So first of all, the first time I was making this, I just like, okay, this is easy. I just make it without any color coding, and I'll just make them together. How hard can it be? And I spent a good 2 hours doing it, and after some time I just lost my mind and I had to do it all again. And this one just took me like 15 years to make when I actually made it, like with this color code and making each component separately. But the real one, it took 2 hours. So yeah, now you know what the scale is and how much it will save you time, because it just makes your life easier. And yeah, just make everything individually. Don't join 2 components unless they just work together after each other. So pretty much this one and this one will always work together. You can never separate them. So it will never happen that you only need this one to fire, because you need both of them to fire for this thing to work. And this is one component. So yeah, each component works together, but don't join 2 components. Okay, that will be a mess. And if you do join them, come on now, don't do it. Just don't join 2 components. It will be a mess. Now that you have everything, I mean all the components made, and then all of them individually made, so they're not connected to each other. Now what you're gonna do is you're gonna go to your starting plan, the plan that you made, put it on a paper, and what you're gonna do is just put them in that order. So first this one opens, and simultaneously this one opens, and then after that, after some delay, this one fires, and then after some delay, this thing fires, and then right as this fires and I cross this block, this one closes behind me. So yeah, this was my plan. So I just put everything to that timing circuit, and then I was pretty much done. And then basically the closing circuit was simple, because I had everything planned, so I didn't need to think about it too much. I knew what I had to do, and it's a very systematic way, so you don't really fail in this system, because you always know what you're going to do. Number 7, time everything. So you have everything put out in order, it's to the plan, and now what you're going to do is time it so that they are accurate to the tick, because timing is one of the most essential things in a restaurant circuit. It can make or break it. So yeah, time it now. When you're done timing, so the next thing you gotta do is back up the word and try your contraption. I'm telling you to back it up because it has saved me hours. But yeah, if you back it up, if anything goes wrong, you just get back on the backup word and start testing again and just fix everything up. So yeah, back up and try what you have built. Now chances are it did not work first time around. If it did work, congratulations, you have a successful contraption. But if it did not, like for most of my contraptions, you have to go and fix up some timings, like change some ticks, and yeah, you'll know what it does wrong once you fire it up once or twice, and you will understand it. If you don't, just try it up again, look what's going wrong, and then fix it up and back up and try again. Now once you're done with that, try and make it smaller. Make your contraption smaller, because if you want to build them in survival, you need for them to be smaller, because they consume less resources and you'll have to dig down less space. So yeah, make your contraption smaller now that you have successfully completed your design. Now 11th and the most important step is practice. Practice. Like once you try and do it again and again, you do it once, twice, 100 times, you will become you just know what to do, and the way you do REDSTONE will just develop, and you will be much better at it, and you will start to make less mistakes. You'll have a much more systematic way of doing it, and then you'll basically have a successful REDSTONE contraption faster and quicker. But I'm just saying that it's really important actually to make mistakes and learn from them. I don't know what's going on with my face, but yeah, it's really important. Make your mistakes, take your time, do it a lot of times, but then at the end you will learn your lessons and be a better REDSTONer. But anyways guys, thank you so much for watching everyone, and I'll see you in the next one. Good luck with your REDSTONE contraption. Oh yeah, I forgot to show you this thing in action. Oh, come on now. Have to see this. See?